This fight scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds in the DC Amateur Middleweight Division. It is brought to you by Bud Light. Introducing first, fighting out the Nebraska Lottery blue corner, this freestyle fighter stands 6'3", weighted 186.2 pounds. He holds an amateur record, 2 wins, 2 defeats. Training at a Premier Combat Center and fighting out of Omaha, Nebraska, Ryan Leininger. His opponent across the cage, fighting out of the I-80 Tattoo red corner, is a freestyle fighter standing 5'9", weighed in 184.8 pounds. He holds an amateur record, 5 wins, 3 defeats, and 1 draw. Training out of Quintana Boxing and fighting out of Kearney, Nebraska, Brandon El Pollo Loco Neujahr.
Mr. Main Event, Ryan McDonald in the
Oh,
house.
what is going on,
What's up,
Henry?
buddy?
Whoa,
Great
that was
fight,
loud. That was very loud.
Mercedes looking good.
Yeah, I'm
fighting in her weight class.
very proud of her. But now we got a scrap on our hands, don't we?
Yeah, quite a mix, though. Super tall Ryan Leininger, 6'2" or 6'3" against Brandon Neujahr. Brandon's a powerful guy, though, for this weight. Ooh. That shot.
Those are game changers.
Yeah.
It can be.
Yeah. Just take the time. Brandon, man, coming off a draw against Adam Lee, had to fight back after a rough first round. He's he's a gamer, good Kearney wrestler.
Yes, he is. He's built like a brick wall.
Powerful, yep. Like a little bodybuilder.
Good counter. Good
shot.
counter right hand.
Good kick from Leininger.
I really like that counter right hand Ryan's throwing.
I think he had 12 or 14 amateur boxing fights, and I believe he only lost 1.
Oh!
Good hook.
Big uppercut.
Dang it. Uppercut. Hit him clean. Coming out of Premier Combat Center, traveled all the way from Omaha.
What's Ryan's amateur record?
I believe 2-2 now.
Really?
Lost to Zach Hughes in victory. Zach had like 20-some amateur fights, though.
Yep.
And then another loss in Kansas, but he's coming off a win against Zed White in the first round. It was previously 2-0, so don't let his record fool you.
No. I mean, you can't in this game. You know, there's so many ways to lose. And records don't show much, you know what I mean?
You know, especially you get guys like a Cam Jordan, 1-4, who took a really tough fights. You got somebody like Ryan took, Zach Hughes, who's 20-some amateur fights early in his career. You know, so some guys, Adam Lee took Brandon Neujahr in his first fight, and Brandon had probably 10 so fights. So you never know the kind of competition they faced that got them that record.
Stiff jab there. But yeah, and if you want to go anywhere in this game, as an amateur, that's what you should be doing. You should be taking those big fights, you know.
Some guys just take them a little earlier than others.
Yeah, agreed.
Oh, man. Brandon
that
needs to have an answer. He's keeping his hands down. He's got to glue those right to his head. It's just not working.
I like the movement out of Ryan here. He's throwing 2 or 3, but he's out of there right away.
Ryan plays very well to his body, like his game. You know, lengthy, picks his shots, a lot of uppercuts because he knows guys are going to come in. Angle and move.
I'd like to see him pummel for an underhook on that far side, but now Brandon reverses it.
Yeah, this is definitely where Brandon wants to be.
Definitely.
See if he can, that's going to hurt, losing that underhook. Now it's like he's just anticipating getting a hit and kind of looking backwards. That's going to get you knocked out. See if Brandon can get this takedown up on the single leg. Looks like he's going to run out of time. Good defense from Ryan. A lot of talented wrestlers at Premier to train with.
Definitely.
Help him get ready for that.
The one thing he was doing really well there for his size, with that whizzer, you lift people up with it when you're a tall, lanky guy. You know what I mean? You just dig in that armpit and lift them up.
Going out to the second round. Once again, this
he did that really well.
Bud Light.
Yeah, I think pretty clear round for Ryan.
I agree.
His distance.
Don't forget, as soon as the fights are over tonight, we're heading down to Nick's on the Bricks for the official Kearney Cage War 3 after party. Make sure you guys head out to Nick's on the Bricks.
You just got to stick at that distance. Just take the center of the cage and... Sorry. 11 o'clock, a little tired. It's been a long weekend. and just stick there. He doesn't want to get, the closer to the cage he gets, the worse it's going to be for him.
I like him sticking with that uppercut, especially with Brandon being a wrestler.
Oh yeah, he's got to look for that. That's going to be there.
You know?
I think that overhand, that cross, Brandon's kind of anticipating getting hit, leaning back a little bit more. If he looks for that, like a hook cross or something, he might catch him clean and put him out cold.
And he's punching down with that cross, and he's punching for the chest, assuming he's going to shoot, you know, so he hits him right on the chin when he does.
Using that hook to turn, that's nice.
Oh. Oh. Hard shots here.
Yeah, Brandon already with some swelling on his left side.
Brandon's a zombie in there, though. His chin's real high looking up at the taller opponent, and he's still going forward.
Yeah, he's still dipping down, though, whenever Ryan is looking to shoot. So I'm looking maybe like a double pump or jab into that deep cross. Kind of count on him leaning backwards. I like how he angles, though, with his hooks usually. Uses the hook to turn out.
Oh. Those shots are just going to keep accumulating, though, you know.
Yeah, one of them's going to drop him. See if he uses his knee. He's added in a few kicks.
Oh, nice.
That have helped. Boy, if Ryan can pummel in and get an inside clinch, he could really go to work with some knees. Ooh, good cross face. Oh, good trip.
Good trip.
Crowd coming alive. You can definitely tell who the hometown boy is.
That sometimes can be a disadvantage too, like when you hear your crowd almost, you know, oohing and ahhing every time you get hit, but you know.
It's rough. You know, and I think right now this is definitely what Brandon needs. He's been on the wrong end of all these punches, so he needs either time to recover or just time to get some damage of his own. He's not really gonna, it's gonna be tough for him to get some striking in with as short as he is compared to Ryan. Nice thing being as tall as Ryan, you're not gonna see middleweights his height usually. So he knows he's almost always gonna be the taller fighter. Ooh, overshoots that.
I like what he did there to get the pressure off of him in guard, though. Like, Brandon was so high over top of him and keeping his head, like, even with Ryan there. And then he pushed the head all the way down and then started to look to get up, you know.
A lot of good coaching you can tell from with Ryan. Yeah, Ryan out of Omaha, Nebraska Premier Combat Center. Brandon Neujahr, oh, man. Oh, almost.
Nice reshot.
Nice shot, though, yeah.
Nice reshot. Oh, hard elbows. Oh, he could be hurt. He could be. Oh, more elbows.
Man, Brandon Neujahr has a brick for a head. It's the only explanation. He's going to feel those tomorrow. I don't know. I still have Brandon losing that round, but I definitely he's a lot more positive for him though. He's kind of figured out
the third and final round. Once again,
spit a bunch of blood out.
By Bud Light, the official beer Dynasty Combat Sports.
Thunderstorm outside today here in Kearney.
I always think about scoring rounds, like how I would score it if I was fighting, how I would feel. If I felt, you know, like I won the round, then I would probably give it to that guy. But
so then I'd probably give it to that guy.
But if you come out and Brandon probably is like, oh, goodness, you know, he took some hard shots there, and he's probably thinking, I don't know.
He's going to have to go for big, I think, this next round.
I agree.
Though he is kind of starting to get his momentum going. That guillotine was good. But he's definitely got to address some of the boxing issues after this camp. Yeah.
Oh! Oh! I'd like to see Ryan establish a frame as Brandon comes in so that he doesn't get clinched up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I like the feints. I think Ryan needs to just keep feinting and then go to the 2 or something because Brandon's biting on everything.
Nice limp leg out. Oh, he's going to shoot again.
Oh, good. Like the elbows from Ryan for the defense. Can't grab the cage. There he goes.
You can push off of it there, though.
Yeah, you're
right?
good. I think he was okay.
I think
it's hard to see from my angle.
Yeah.
Brandon needs to go to the back here. Spin around. No, don't side ride. He's got to go.
It almost looks like that Merkel position. Have you ever seen that?
Yeah, for
If he laced that leg, he could probably.
get some ground and pound going. I don't know. At this point, I'd like to see him go straight to the back. Use this. Try to get flattened out because he's got to go big. He's got to get a finish. He's down 2 rounds, maybe even a 10-8 that first.
About a minute and a half.
Tell you what, though, Brandon always gives you a gut check whenever you fight him, man. You got to dig deep.
Ryan looks to get back right onto it. He breaks from the clinch and start to throw some hard hands again. Hard jab. Oh!
I think Ryan's gotten a little bit away from his uppercut. That first round, he did really well getting the uppercut, and I think it scored big for him. Might be able to pull his guillotine off if he's careful.
Got 10 seconds.
He's going to ride this out for a decision. Oh, almost
Great
got
balance.
the takedown. He almost.
Man, those last 2 fights, I mean, they've been competitive. Tough.
Yeah. It's been a lot of good fights. Last 2 weeks have been really good to Dynasty Combat Sports, that's for sure.
For sure.
$29-28. Brandon, you think? Maybe even 30-27.
You got Brandon winning?
No, my bad.
I
Not
was
Brandon.
going to say.
Ryan.
I got Ryan winning.
Ryan. I gave Brandon the last round.
I think I'll take 30-27 still for Ryan. It's the first time I've seen him fight. I like his style, you know.
He plays well to his body type.
He does.
Very good boxer. He had a really good uppercut in the first couple rounds, and I think he got away from it in this third.
I'd like to see
towards the end of the second.
from amateurs, you know, the not playing the lay on our back strong with a strong wrestler type game, you know. He was fighting to get up right away and
Had a lot of good elbows. He defended well with elbows. He has a 3-9 elbow.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of amateur MMA, we call the judges' scorecards. The judges score the bout 29-28, and 2 judges score the bout 30-27, all for your winner by unanimous decision, Ryan Leininger.